He wants to talk about the Israeli-Palestinian issue. Always as the Israeli-Palestinian issue is the problem. The Israeli-Palestinian issue is not the problem. Jihad, explosions, martyrdom is an issue of salvation, issue of the shedding of the martyrs' blood. And it's issue of eschatological issues, that the day of judgment shall not come to pass until Islam defeats Israel. The Jews and the trees and the stones will cry out. The child was even reiterating these statements by the Prophet of Islam, the founder of the religion himself. Brother Qidar also talked about the issue of women. In fact, Brother Qidar was sympathetic to Palestinian women, and I find that to be very interesting. I respect Brother Qidar tremendously. I value his views, but I disagree with him on the issue that it's all the women in the Palestinian areas are committing suicide, martyrdom, because simply they were raped. Or yeah, this is true. There is a big cases of these. But I had my first cousin, if I speak from my own experience, my first cousin Areen Shuaibat. She was the famous mastermind behind the operation of Rishon LeZion. Brother Qidar should know that operation. It was my first cousin who was responsible for it. It's interesting he was speaking from this, and he is in Israel, and here I am talking to him about this, even though I used to be his former enemy in this case. But even women martyrdom, the issue of Ja'far al-Tayyar, I respect his great example of Ja'far al-Tayyar. This was a clear issue of wanting to die for the cause of Allah. فَيُقَاتِلُونَ وَيُقْتَلُونَ. They kill and they are killed. To be killed makes you instantly a martyr. Then you become an intercessor for 70 members of your family. So the two issues I like to discuss, and I like the others to comment on, is the issue of Islamic salvation. Christian has a message of salvation. I do not have to die for the cause of Allah or send my son on a mission to die for the cause of Allah. My son, my children don't have to shed their blood for the cause of Allah. In Christianity, God gave his son to die on my behalf. This seems to be believing in this one martyr is a much better idea than Mr. Abdullah. And then the issue of intercession. Islam denies Christianity because they deny the intercession of Jesus Christ. Yet, in Islam, it's clear, there's no way he can refute this, that a Muslim martyr can intercede for 70 members of his or her family. Why the intercession of a sinner and rejecting the intercession of the sinless?
Dr. Qidar, I assume you're taking all this in. Would you like to make any comments? And then we do have some callers here. It's kind of tough. We have 4 people on our panel. We have callers. We have Pastor Ken talking to us here, and time is fleeting. But Dr. Qidar, would you like to give us a little bit of your feedback of what was just said?
Yes, I highly appreciate what the brother Shuaibat said, and I very well remember the attack in Rishon LeZion by Areen. However, I must here mention that the matter of jihad was constantly used in Islam as a weapon between Muslims themselves. You hear today the jihad, or you had during the 80s, the jihad between the Iraqis and the Iranians, and of course, you know, the formations and what battles were called Qadisiyya, and you know exactly what Qadisiyya means in Islamic history. Why battalions and battles were called in this name, only to commemorate the occupation of ancient Persia by the Arabs, by the Muslims who came from the Hijaz. You can hear today the jihad and the martyrdom, the shahada, between Yemenites from the Houthi group who fights against the government and against the Saudis. You can see today the jihad which the people in Darfur are waging against the government in Sudan. You can see the jihad between the Muslim Brotherhood in Syria, when the Syrian regime just ran over them with tanks in 1982 in Hamad, when 30,000 of Syrians were killed by their own government. And again, those Muslim Brotherhood were waging jihad. Don't forget Sayyid Qutb, who was hung up by Gamal Abdel Nasser in 1966. He declared jihad against the Egyptian regime because the Egyptian regime wanted to take the Islamic world or to Egypt back to the Jahiliyyah Ula means to the first Jahiliyyah, the first period before Islam. You can hear again and again those jihadi slogans in the Western Sahara today. You can hear you heard it in Algeria in the bloodbath which was in Algeria between 1992 and 1998. Everyone was waging jihad against the others. The Israeli-Palestinian issue, just like Said Walid said, is very, very marginal. It is used as a fig leaf to cover the main problem of Islam itself, because Muslims killed each other for 14 centuries under the slogan of jihad against the infidel, who is a Samfi Dasam. This is how they called each other, a poison in the flesh. This is how they called each other. And they used all these slogans of jihad and martyrdom and shahada against Muslims before they used it against others. And this is how I define humbly between terrorists and liberty or freedom fighter. Freedom fighter fights against the others, against the occupier, while terrorist fights against his own brothers. Okay. And why all these terrorist organizations are fighting against their own people, not against the occupier. The occupier is always the pretext, is always the zaria, means the cover to cover what they do to each other. Mm-hmm. Look at Hamas, how they killed the people of the security organizations of the Palestinian Authority in June 2007 in Gaza. How they killed them in the streets, in front of their families. How they threw them down from skyscrapers. Maybe they have wings like Jafar.
Dr. Kedar,
on the way.
I'm sorry. Again, I hate to cut you off. We appreciate your enthusiasm and your passion. We do want to quickly, abruptly turn this over to Pastor Ken, and then we'll get back into our program. We're getting close to a break, too. So hold your thought. Pastor Ken, can you take it from here?
Thank you, Chris. This new English channel that we're trying to raise $400,000 to launch is a new concept. And we need your help, not only financially, and that's very important, but we also need your help in spreading the news about this new channel. And how can you do that for us? Well, first of all, tell your friends, tell your family, tell them how to go to our website at www.abnsat.com and watch some of these programs and learn from them. And secondly, I want to challenge you. Tell your pastors, tell your churches, especially your pastors, and speaking as a pastor, one time I was here with Kamal Salim, and he asked me, Ken, how can we get the American church to wake up and realize what the Islamic agenda is for the West? And I said, that's a good question, because the church in America is asleep on this issue. I challenge you, speaking as a pastor, ask your pastor, what does he know about Islam? And if he can't answer you very well, then that's why we're here. Have him go to abnsat.com and watch these shows and learn from them. Let me tell you, in the past 2 years, I have learned so much about Islam and the Islamic agenda that has just been amazing to me how ignorant I was on these issues. And I realized that's probably how most of America is, and most of the American church is. So we're here to help you. We're here to educate you. Help us open up this new English channel. It is groundbreaking thing that is happening here. I just want to read one email to you that I got today. And not only is this important in the West, but this is important because we're trying to do it in Europe and the Middle East and Australia as well. But I got an email from someone in Pakistan today, and it says, Dear ones, greetings in the name of our Holy Lord. Thank you for your reply. I have just started viewing your channel online through YouTube and our website because I don't have it on cable over here in Karachi, Pakistan. Previously, we had God channel, but now our cable operator has stopped it because of some pressures from the locals. I must say that I am so happy to view your programs and so proud of you people for what you are doing. I am highly inspired by Brother Kamal Salim and his testimony. He is a role model for our young Christians. My friends and I share his testimony on our Facebook wall. God bless him. I want to appreciate your channel for such a great programs you are showing. I love the programs Jihad Exposed and Answering Islam. They are so brilliant. I really admire your effort. I wish that I had an easy access to view your channel and its programs. That is what we want to do. We want to give Europe and the Middle East and Australia and North America an easy access to view these programs that are so vital in bringing about what Islam is about. But that is just amazing and heartbreaking to me at the same time. The people in this world want to know. They want to know about Jesus Christ, and that's what ABN wants to share with them. Will you help us reach our goal of $400,000? Will you call ABN at 248-416-1300? Will you go to our website and check us out? At that website, it'll also have a donate to link button that you can push, and all the information there that I've been telling you tonight is there for you to look at and respond to. Please partner with us. Give us a call. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Pastor Ken, for that passionate plea. We're going to go to a quick break. We have a half hour left in our program. We do have callers. We're going to give you an opportunity to speak. So get ready, callers. And we're going to move through this real quickly here, but another 30 minutes left in our program. We'll be right back after this break.
طب أنا عايزك يا رقية، أنت استفدت من الحلقة إيه؟
استفدنا من اليهود أهل غدر وخيانة.
الله أكبر، قولوا الله أكبر. شوفوا رقية قالت إيه؟ اليهود أهل غدر وخيانة. الله يوفقك يا رب. إحنا عايزين الأم اللي تعلم ابنائها الجهاد وحب الله ورسوله والتضحية من أجل الإسلام وحب بلاد المسلمين. بارك الله فيك يا رقية. أجمل عبارة اسمعها أن اليهود أهل غدر وخيانة وخسة.
Are you a Christian who loves watching ABN shows? Are you eager to make a video and post it online and see it reach millions of Middle Eastern people? Or are you a Muslim who wants an outlet to ask questions, make comments, or post video responses to Christian evangelists and apologists? Well, ABN Tube has it all. ABN Tube is an extended media outlet of ABN TV ministry. We've gotten an overwhelming response from viewers of ABN to launch a media outlet for people like you to upload your own video responses to some of the clips we have online, whether on abnsat.com or on our ABNsat YouTube account. Our goal is to bring to light any and all lies about false religion through media, to create an open dialogue about religion among people of different faith, and to gear them to the truth of Jesus Christ. Please visit our site at www.abntube.com. Thank you.
Jihad has come to America.
Constitutes the most devastating series of terrorist attacks in history.
The only deen Allah accepts is Al-Islam. And whoever seeks any other deen apart from Islam will never be accepted.
Allahu Akbar!
And we stand together to win the war against terrorism.
But you too will make your destruction!
Welcome back. We're going to be here, our last segment of Jihad Exposed. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in tonight and calling that number, 248-416-1300. As always, the eyes and the ears outnumber the mouth. We don't have enough time to get to everybody tonight. People have been waiting very patiently, but we will be going to our first caller of the evening. We're going to encourage everybody that is calling in, make good use of your time, because we're trying to pack a lot in the last 20 minutes or so left in our program. And this is a snapshot in time, a 2-hour segment here. Continue to know that this ministry really is 24/7, a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week ministry. Continue to call us anytime at 248-416-1300. Again, 248-416-1300. Or you can always email us for shows or for questions about this program or on this program. That's at jihadexposed@abnsat.com. jihadexposed@abnsat.com. Just know if you don't get an opportunity to speak tonight, which is possible, with the amount of people we have to speak, you know, just you can send that information, send that question or comment via that email address, and we're going to get it, and we're going to try to answer your call. So this is continuing